Hello and welcome to Let's Learn Civil Engineering classroom. In this video, we are going to discuss some of the terms that is used in field astronomy or astronomical survey. For more videos, please subscribe the channel and click the bell button for further notification. So let's see what is astronomical survey. Astronomical survey is the study of heavenly bodies like sun, moon, stars, celestial bodies, etc. Its movement, its position, its absolute position, or the point or the position of any point on the surface of the earth, the time, and so on. Usually in astronomical survey, there are some of the terms used in astronomical survey. The first one is the celestial sphere. A celestial sphere is an imaginary sphere in which all the stars appear to be lie or studded. A celestial sphere is an imaginary sphere with center as the observer. For the convenience, the earth is taken as the center of the sphere. We can see the figure. All the heavenly bodies like sun, star, etc. are studded on a large sphere of which the center is considered to be the center of the earth or the observer. As we know that the observer is standing on the earth, the center of the celestial sphere is considered to be the observer, or the center of the celestial sphere is considered to be the center of the earth. Then the second term is the Zenith and Nadir. What is Zenith and Nadir? The zenith is a point on the upper portion of the celestial sphere marked by a plumb line above the observer. We can see in the figure. Here is the observer. If we put a plumb line, and the plumb line when meets at the upper portion of the celestial sphere, this point is called as the zenith. And if the plumb line reaches the bottom portion of the celestial sphere, this point is called as the nadir, and it is represented by Z dash. The third term is the terrestrial pole and the terrestrial equator. These are the usual poles and equator in Earth. That is the point at which the Earth's axis of rotation meets the Earth sphere. As we know that Earth is rotating on an imaginary axis, and if these axes are prolongated, or these axes when meets the Earth's surface, there forms a point north and south. The terrestrial poles are the 2 points which Earth's axis of rotation meets the Earth sphere, that is the north and the south. A terrestrial equator is a great circle of the Earth in which a plane right angle to the axis of the rotation. A great circle means it is a section of a sphere cutting the plane passes through the center of the sphere. We can see the figure. It is a figure of the Earth, and if the imaginary axis of rotation is extended and meet on the surface of the Earth, there forms a terrestrial pole. On the upper portion it is the north terrestrial pole, and the lower portion it is the south terrestrial pole. Similarly, if these terrestrial poles are extended towards the celestial sphere, the 2 points or the axis will meet at 2 points on the celestial sphere, and that points are called as the celestial poles. And the great circle which is perpendicular to the axis of rotation is called as the celestial equator. As we can see that the axis of the rotation is extended towards the celestial sphere. It meets at 2 points, that is north celestial pole and south celestial pole. The fifth one is the celestial horizon. It is also called as true horizon or rational horizon or geocentric horizon. A celestial horizon is a great circle which is traced on the celestial sphere by a plane which is perpendicular to the zenith and nadir line, and it is passing through the center of the earth. So from the figure it is very clear that it is a great circle. A great circle means a circle traced on the celestial sphere, and the center of the circle is the center of the celestial sphere. So here the celestial horizon means it is the plane which is perpendicular to the zenith and nadir line, which passes through the center of the earth. Next is sensible horizon. There are different types of horizon. The first one that we discussed earlier, the celestial horizon. This figure shows the elevation of a celestial sphere. So in this figure, the earth is taken as the center of the celestial sphere. A sensible horizon means a circle in which a plane passing through the point of observation, and it will be always tangential to the earth's surface. So it is not a great circle, it is a tangential circle or a tangential plane which passes through the point of observation. But the sensible horizon will be always perpendicular to the zenith and nadir line. A leveled telescope will give actually the sensible horizon. Next is the visible horizon. A visible horizon means the circle of contact with the earth by the cone of visual rays passing through the observation. So if an observer is standing above the earth's surface, and as we know that we can see a certain area of the earth if we are standing above the surface of the earth, a plane surface of earth. Also, if the height of the observer is increasing, the area that we can see will be increased. So the area to which an observer can see, or the cone of visual rays through the point of observation, is called as the visible horizon. The radius of the circle depending on the height of observation. If the height of observation increases, the visible horizon also increases, and if the height of the observer decreases, the visible horizon also decreased. Next is a vertical circle. Vertical circle is a great circle which is passing through the zenith and nadir. So there will be a number of vertical circle which is passing through the zenith and nadir points. But the vertical circle, as we know that the zenith and nadir will be perpendicular. The zenith and nadir line is perpendicular to the celestial horizon. Hence, all the circle passing through the zenith and nadir will be always perpendicular or right angled to the celestial horizon. Next is observer's meridian. Observer's meridian of any particular point is the circle which passes through zenith and nadir line of a point and through the poles. So it is a vertical circle. So as we know that a vertical circle means the circle which passing through the zenith and nadir line. But if this vertical circle also passes through the north and south poles, it is called as the observer's meridian. So we know that the observer's meridian is also perpendicular to the celestial horizon. The next term is the prime vertical. A prime vertical is actually a vertical circle, but it is a particular vertical circle which is right angled to the observer's meridian. Therefore, it passes through the east and west points of the horizon. So we know that if a vertical circle passing through Zenith and Nadir as well as through the poles, that is north and the south, it is called as the observer's meridian. And if a vertical circle is perpendicular to both the celestial horizon as well as the observer's meridian, that vertical circle is called as the prime vertical. So thank you for watching the video, and for more videos, please subscribe the channel. If you have any queries, add your comments below.